Just as the dust begins to settle after a fragile ceasefire, a very powerful reaction has come from Russia. And wait, it is turning heads across the globe. Ladies and gentlemen, Moscow is not calling this pause a compromise. Instead, it is presenting it as a major setback for the West and a moment of advantage for Iran. Well, at the center of all of this narrative is none other than Vladimir Putin, whose response is now shaping global perception on the conflict's outcome. In his first official statement after the truce, Russia's foreign ministry, they used very strong and direct language, describing the earlier strikes by the United States and Israel as aggressive and one-sided. According to Moscow, these actions, they did not achieve their intended goals and instead resulted in what it called a crushing defeat. This is not a criticism anymore. It is a strategic attempt to redefine who won and who lost. Now, by framing the whole situation this way, Russia is doing more than reacting. It is openly backing Iran's position while simultaneously challenging the image of Western military dominance in that particular region. The message being sent, it's loud and clear. Military forces alone cannot dictate the outcomes, and pressure without long-term strategy can backfire. At the very same time, Russia is emphasizing the need for dialogue over escalation. Officials argue that ceasefire itself proves that negotiation, not continuous strikes, are the only viable path forward. But behind the call for diplomacy lies a deeper intention. Russia positioning itself as a key player in shaping the next phase of the conflict. Let's flip the script. In this narrative, Iran is being portrayed as resilient, absorbing all the pressure, maintaining its position, emerging with leverage at the negotiating table. So this shifts the focus away from battlefield damage to strategic influence, where perception becomes as important as reality. This development, it also increases pressure on both the US and Israel, as their actions are now being questioned on the global stage. It raises a very critical debate. Did the conflict really achieve its goal, or has it altered the balance of power in unexpected ways? Ladies and gentlemen, as the ceasefire holds for now, the battlefield is no longer defined by missiles and airstrikes, but by narrative and positioning. Every statement, every reaction, every claim, it is being shaped how the entire world understands this conflict and what comes next. Because in moments like these, defining victory is not just about the past, it is about controlling the near future.